Greetings, fellow children of Adam. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens. Episode 100. Firing on our own base. The other thing I just realized is I lost my researcher. Interestingly, I guess that means I don't really care who researches anymore. Oops, I didn't mean to change your schedule. So it's sleep and then work. Oh, no, maybe I didn't actually change your schedule. I mean, I don't really have research projects that are all that meaningful to me anyway. But what I can do is I can uninstall the low-tech research table and only use the high-tech one. Hey, Barley, thank you for the bits. Bits to keep the generator fueled up? I appreciate it. I apparently need that quite a bit right now. We're getting pummeled. And Glitch for the resub. Thank you, Glitch, too. Alright, sheep's made a full recovery. We're trying to tidy up the corpses. One of the reasons why I guess I had zone restrictions is to prevent the stalwarts from... Oh, shoot. Oh, God. Oh, God. Prevent the stalwarts from seeing corpses. And that's not really going to be all that possible at the moment, but that's fine. At least we did just do the corn harvest. Could be worse. But it picked, like a high-volume staple crop. That's not good. So, Wishbringer's funeral. Kicking it off. It was a good one, and now for Brizets. Oof. Sorry, Brizet. If we take a look at the history of our colony, there is definitely a trend going on right now. Stalwarts are dying. And you can see the mood hit, too. Quite a mood hit when that happened. Wealth has not really moved very much into the negatives, though. Despite the losses. Because we are making pricier and pricier equipment and all that. Alright, so the line pants we'll do until we have 2 now. Now that we have a stockpile of 14. And all that's left is the jackets. Arc Overdrive will be ready in 2 days. We have burned 313 uranium so far. There's also no one to craft components? True. Literally no one. No one has the crafting skill. So what I'm hoping to have happen is Rogi will build up the skill in making shells and clothing. Of course, the clothing that he's making kind of sucks, but, you know, So I'm missing plasteel for that. Well, we're mining up the plasteel. Yeah, awful pants still stop radiation, exactly. The quality really doesn't matter at all. I think I'm going to make a full set of 15 anyway, so I have extra spare. Because not having the clothing that we need could be really deadly. I mean, the amount of radiation that our reactor is going to put out is a low-key non-survivable amount if we run out of clothing. I'll put it like that. It's the sort of the amount of radiation where you're like, oh, I've got 3 eyeballs and 4 arms, and I've mutated. Now I have carcinoma of the everything. So we ought to avoid that. We have a pretty good amount of plasteel right now. So I'm gonna guess cotton is more of the bottleneck. So I'm gonna switch the rice over to cotton and do a cotton grow in the primary grow. And sending JD down here to clean up some of them corpses. Here, I'll even give you a package survival meal. Alright, here's the first attempt at a jacket. One thing I am worried about is the lack of components. So trying to get Rogie up to 8 so he can at least make components is like really important, or everything in our colony is going to slowly break down without the ability to maintain it. Which would be pretty bad. Pretty bad. And the only one that's dead that's left is Joel down there. Okay, that's easy enough to deal with. Sweet. Batteries do deconstruct to components in case of an emergency, yeah. And Rogie's crafting is now up to 5. I don't foresee it to be like a super critical issue. But the other thing is the as we're like upgrading the nuclear arc and all that, we're and everything that is plugged in. So one of the things about components is the larger your colony gets and the more reliant you become on components, the harder it is to maintain everything, because every battery can break down, every powered turret can break down, every hydroponic bench can break down. Anything that is powered on that has components as an ingredient for the most part, can break down, requiring a component for maintenance. There are some exceptions, like moisture pumps. But for the most part, if it's powered on and has components as an ingredient, it breaks down and requires components for repair. Which means anyone that has had a large enough colony that that uses automatic doors knows that the more automatic doors you have, you end up dumping components into maintenance, and it's rough. So steel count looks pretty good. These jackets only need 450 steel, so we have enough steel for all the jackets. Which is why I've stopped the coal and iron mining, because we have all the steel that we need ×2. Now at this point, it's just sourcing the plasteel for the 450 plasteel for the jackets. And then the cotton, I'm sure we'll run out of. That's going to be more of an immediate bottleneck. But I don't want to put any more hydro benches down, because each one will cost more components that we aren't able to replace just yet. The more the parts, the higher the odds of breaking. Yep. Exactly. Keep it simple, stupid. Alright, little health check. All looks good. And then checking some of the negative moods. There's not much I can do with these negative moods. I mean, most of them are kind of unavoidable. So I think I'm doing all that I can for my people. Cheers. Anyone with a 5 or higher intel is also going to be a researcher now. And I think I want to, more than anything, I want to scan for uranium. So I'm going to prioritize the ground pen scanner. We're getting these jackets faster than I thought we would, to be honest. We're up to 4 out of 15 already. And his crafting skill's on its way to cracking 6. And 8's the big number to beat. Because 8 allows us to start making components again. Man, that stupid triple launcher. I've probably killed like at least 100 pawns that have had triple launchers and doomsday launchers, and it's the one moment of inattentiveness and you're just done. That's all it takes, you know? The reactor on overdrive? It is not. Let's overdrive it. So now it's burning twice as much fuel, or 3 times as much fuel, I think. No, 4 times more fuel, something like that, allowing us to get up to the 500 total burn, so that we can upgrade it. Good call. I had forgotten that cooldown was coming. Another thing we could do soon, once it's a wee bit colder, no, I could probably do it now, is turn on the bug trap. trying to trap some bugs for bug meat. Because that would help the mood. Now that 8 of our, or 2/3 of our population are pilgrims, catering to the pilgrims' needs takes, I'm not going to say it takes priority, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. 2/3 of our people are pilgrims. It's easier to keep everyone happy if we keep the pilgrims happy, because that's 2/3 of the equation, unfortunately. Madsen? Also occurred to me, I can change the sleeping arrangement a little bit. So Winter is gonna be in the worst mood. Winter lost a husband, whereas everyone else like lost a friend. So, might be a bit of a struggle to try to keep Winter out of mental break. As you can see, everyone else is like very happy across the board, and then Winter is the one holding on. Understandably. Do we want to try a council? Yeah, there's a high chance. Negative plus a 20 for 24 days? Okay. It worked. Never mind. Winter will be fine. So what's going to be important here is to keep the nuclear arc fueled, because the more fuel it has, the more it burns. So keeping it like topped up and maybe manually modifying it. Oh, it's 3 times faster, because normally it would be 8, so it's up to 24. So just keep an eye on that to micromanage that. Fish knows what it's like to lose a spouse. That's true. We have a lot of spouse loss, unfortunately. We live in tough times. I suppose we can send that last raider to the afterlife. Little Viking burial. And also, this Molotov cocktail came off a raider, so I'm just going to drop it on the ground and forbid it. Because we don't use raider weapons. Ever. Even though I did just literally use it, but, you know, I have 2 Molotov cocktails, so it wasn't like I took advantage of it or anything. Our lack of medicine is getting resolved, I think. And our jackets, which we have 6 of 15, is just waiting on cotton, which we will have a pretty good bounty harvest in a minute, barring any blight or whatever. That looks nice. We are ready. We're ready to embrace the atom. I felt that. Saw a component in progress made by Wishbringer. It's like, yeah, I can cancel that. He ain't around no more. Sorogi, how goes it? You're almost crafting 6. So this is leveled up nearly twice. It's going to be a while before he can replace... So, like, Recon Armor's crafting 6. Most of the Bionics are crafting 8. Charge Lance is 9. So, Charge Lance is probably the trickiest to replace, I think. Yeah. That's the highest cost. Not that we have charge lances. Had it been easier to source recon armor, It's possible they would have survived. I mean, it's also might be a good idea to put Rogi in. Like, I guess what I should probably stop using critical pawns for combat if it can be helped. Meaning keeping Rogi and Fishpick, like, not as non-combatants, as they fill very critical roles in the colony as is. And I think that is not unreasonable. So we're back up to 50 medicine. We were at some point down to like, what, 9, I think? During that last flu? Maybe even lower than 9? So we've recovered it, which is really good. If you're wondering about the buried bunker, technically speaking, the generator is a quest line. So let me undelete the buried bunker. So technically speaking, the bunker is part of the quest line of the person who came up with the Ark project. And that's part of the quest line. As you can see, this quest is part of a quest chain. Completing it may trigger continuation quests. For this specific run, this quest line is not important. It's not the end goal, which means I'm not obligated to complete it, and it's not important for me to complete it either. I just wanted to point it out if you had questions about that. So to spoil the quest line, so needless to say, spoilers. The quest line eventually leads to like a cryptosleep coffin of the original scientist that proposed the generator project. So that's what that leads to. I won't say more, but that's basically the quest line in a nutshell. And the reason why I'm not incorporating that part of the quest line into this series is the person is a little different. And also wouldn't be of our ideology, and has some unique properties to his pawn that, like, doesn't really mesh well with this run. I think is probably the easiest way to say it. So, I figured it was best to just, like, pretend they don't exist. Being on the other side of the planet is, like, no big deal for us, though. Even if they're on the South Pole. Oh, the bug trap worked. And the reason is, like, we can always pod jump that way. It's not a big deal. All right, bugs. Break the wooden wall and die. Oh, God. Fangface, don't go in there. For a moment, I thought Fangface was going to swing that door open. That would be something. Bugs, start digging. No, not that way. Ah, stupid bugs. Dig north. The funny thing about this is the biomass of the bugs, if you're wondering, produces a ton of heat. So as long as it's an enclosed environment, they do not. Oh God, they got out that way. Alright, Winter. I'm gonna need you coming over here and breaking this down. This is not the direction I wanted them to excavate. But I did just expose them to, so I'm gonna say everyone behind the walls right now. I did just expose them to the cold. But they're gonna go crazy. I wanted them to break one of the wood first, but they just decided not to cooperate because they're jerks. But they're about to get their comeuppance. Yeah, here we go. Now they're going crazy because it's unbelievably stupid cold out. And we're going to eat them. We farm you for food, you idiots. Wow, they even shoot through a plasteel door? Crazy bugs. What are they attacking? And this is why I don't have the bug trap working in the summer, because in the summer, oh come on, really? And another doom and triple? Because in the summer it's not really cold enough to knock out a bug. God. Well, at least it's a siege. Sieges are a little bit easier for me to deal with than the breaches. So I'm gonna wait for them to pick a build spot. I'm slightly worried that their supplies are gonna end up in my uranium mining tunnel. Because if their supplies are cut off from them, they bug out and go crazy. Pun unintended. But all of the... Oh no, the mega spiders are still up. Mega spiders will be unconscious soon, though. Then we can kill them off and eat them. Yep, their siege site is going to be on our mining tunnel. That sucks, because when I'm shelling them, I'm shelling me. Right? Like, I can't really shell their siege if... Oh, this is stupid. Oh, we killed one. What is going on? What? What? Oh, what the hell? I don't recall telling them not to use shells in the mortar, but okay. So the dangerous ones, honestly, hypothermia might do the work for me. Let's just play it. Let it play out. I think they're gonna freeze to death before they are a threat to me. Yep. Hypothermia is more dangerous than mortar shells, confirmed. They're just dropping like flies. I don't think there's a single one of them that is not succumbing to hypothermia. Even the most insulated. Like this guy who is protected up until negative 68C. It's like, it's negative 84C. It is cold out. It isn't like, oh, it's a little chilly. It's like the carbon dioxide you're breathing out turns to ice. Check for recruits. I'm pretty done with recruiting. Just like full stop. Another fling. Well, the only one we could potentially recruit is Unwaveringly Loyal. One of them at a Thrumble Parka. Whoa, wow, that was a rich, yeah, that's a rich raider. Holy moly. Well, they done. Knowing that I was severely limited on the components that I had access to, grabbing these components would be awesome. Look for a new crafter? I'm looking. No. This person's probably dead before I can get to them. Also, no. No, there's no recruits in this cluster. Regardless. Good thought, though. And then, the rest of my raiders are... Oh, you know what, Madsen? Get rid of this hive for a multiply. Okay, infestation done. I'm going to leave this, actually, I'm going to leave this wall not built so that we can get the rest of the bugs out there. But we're finishing off the bugs. And then, once we're done with that, I'll have to keep an eye on my people to make sure that no one... Ooh, marriage is on. Axios and tannering. I'll have to keep an eye on my people to make sure that no one succumbs to hypothermia, but cleaning up that area would be good too. Oh, and build that back. Holy hell. Fishpick, go do that. These mining tunnels are super cold because of this missing limestone wall. Still outdoors. Oh, right, because we need this door. Let's get that door too. So, winter, you are hypothermic. Carrying bodies to this zone sort of sucks. So maybe I'll stop the corpse hauling. Because, yeah, winter was freezing to death. Now, the other issue I'm going to have is Rogi was our cook. And I think I still want them to make, like, insect meat meals, but not take him off tailor duty or crafting duty. So it's sort of like, good, you've been promoted, you get to do both, which is a bit of a curse. It's just the way it is. Good news is we have a lot of insect jelly, I guess. So there's that at least. Sheep came all the way up here just to eat some. And AR got sick. So the dude with one leg... I like how his mohawk's going through his toque. The dude with one leg is now going to be one leg and puking. You're a fountain. He's down. Food poisoning on one leg. Yep. That's a downin'. Hey, Pierogi. Thank you for the resub. Pierogi, good news. You have been promoted to Colony's sole crafter and cook. You're the everything to our colony. Have fun with that. Alright, I'm going to re-enable the uranium mining tunnels because people are getting critically hypothermic working around this area, and keeping the uranium mining tunnels on would help with that. Because Fangface and Cardinal not faring so well at the moment. Yo, Fangface, you could have walked home through the tunnel. Okay, but instead you got hypothermia to your jaw. Ooh, that's a spicy type of hypothermia. And you decided to celebrate that hypothermia with a meal. Sir. What drugs are you on? And may I have some? Ooh, that's not good. So the arc overdrive is done. We have burned 415 out of 500, so we're actually getting pretty close to the shielded upgrade. We are almost done with the line jackets. We're 12 out of 15, so not too many more jackets to go. And Rogi is a crafting 7, so 8,000 more experience, and we'll have another component crafter, which is real important, as one might imagine. Gonna try to tidy up some of the corpses before it starts snowing. But being negative 110 out does make that a little difficult to do. Good throws. You really didn't miss any of them. I think all the humans are now corpse burned. I think. I'll double check in a moment. Yes. All humans are now burned. Cool. Or toasty or something. We've got still like a massive surplus of uranium, so I'm going to turn off the uranium tunnels again. Madzim with creativity. Does that help me? Construction of 1, crafting of 4. No, it really doesn't. And art of 1. Yeah, okay. You just dream up some wonderful whatever you want. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Frostwardens.